Guys, we have a breaking news coming out. World War III update. Putin ally issues warning to US President administration on high risk of direct conflict. Now it says here, give me 1 second. Former Russian leader Dmitry warned the US commander administration that the risk of direct conflict remains high between the US and the Bear. Now, once again, the Bear ready to comply with the START Treaty, which I signed in 2010. Now, the US Commander Administration must decide. But adhering to the letter of the treaty isn't enough. The US must give up on weakening the Bear with sanctions and tariffs. Otherwise, the risk of direct conflict remains high. Dmitry, who currently serves as the deputy chairman of the Bear leader Vladimir Security Council. Alright guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. And for those of you that want to help and support the channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the comments box and also description box. Thank you again for your support. Your support is what keeps us on air. Alright, so today has been a busy day. I've been posting videos almost every single channel and also on TikTok. Also, I did Patreon. All the information will be in the description box and also the comments box. It says here what to know. Well, the START Treaty, an agreement between the US and the Bear establishing limits on nuclear weapons, dates back to 1991. The updated new START Treaty went into effect in 2011 and has been extended through February 4, 2026, according to the U.S. State Department. Now it says here the treaty places verifiable limits on all of the Bear deployed intercontinental range nuclear. It limits each country to no more than 1,550 deployed nuclear warheads and 7 deployed missiles and bombers. This is not looking good. Putin said on Monday that the Bear would adhere to the treaty for 1 more year. That's the former leader, Dmitry. To avoid provoking a further strategic arms race and to ensure an acceptable level of predictability, and restraint, we believe it is justified to try to maintain the status quo established by the New START Treaty during the current rather turbulent period, Putin said. So today there's been a lot of very, very concerning news coming out, guys, when it comes to war. Now it's coming to a point I'm, at the very beginning, World War III updates, because that's where we're heading to. That is where we're heading. The U.S. commander is sending weapons, and you got the Bear is basically getting nuclear ready. It's just a matter of time when things start hitting the fan. You could forget about Donald and Putin. You could forget about them two coming together and ending this war. It's not going to end. It's not. And we talked about this. Scripture is 100% accurate when it comes to nation against nation in the last days. He added that this would only be viable if the U.S. acts in a similar manner and does not take steps that undermine or disrupt the existing balance of deterrence potentials. Now, the New START Treaty was signed by former U.S. leader Barack and Dmitry at the time. Barack said that the agreement signaled the U.S. and the Bear willingness to pursue responsible global leadership. Now, the Bear suspended the New START Treaty in February 2023 after the U.S. accused Moscow of violating it due to its failure to uphold mutual monitoring. Elements related to inspection. Tensions remain high between the Bear and the U.S., as well as its European allies. On Tuesday, the U.S. commander said he believes NATO member states should take down the Russian aircraft. You hear that, guys? Once again, the U.S. commander is giving the green light. The U.S. commander said he believes NATO member state should take down the Bear aircraft that violate their airspace after both Poland and Estonia reported the Bear incursions earlier in September. It says here, so what people are saying. NATO, in a statement Tuesday, said the Bear should be in no doubt. NATO and allies will employ, in accordance with international law, all necessary military and non-military tools to defend ourselves and deter all threat from all direction. We will continue to respond in the manner, timing, and domain of our choosing. Our commitment to Article 5 is ironclad. The Bear leader Vladimir said on Monday, per NBC News, based on our analysis of this situation, we will subsequently make a decision on maintaining these voluntary self-restraints. So what happens next? Efforts to bring an end to the Bear-Crane war have stalled. Nuclear tensions remain heightened as the conflict continues. Once again, guys, nuclear tensions remain high. Give me a second here. If you can, give this video a like. I really appreciate it, guys. Now, once again, NATO nation ready to take down the Bear planes. So you have Sweden will take down the Bear fighter jets if its airspace was violated, NATO newest member has said. So you got Sweden, they are saying they're going to take them down. Sweden will defend its airspace, Swedish defense minister told the newspaper. Now, Sweden joined NATO in March of 2024, marking the expansion of the alliance due to security concerns caused by the Bear full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Johnson's remarks reflect the growing concern in the alliance about how to respond to the warning posed by the Bear, which is accused of breaching the airspace of NATO eastern flank. Members Poland, Romania with drones, and Estonia warfighter jets. Johnson told the Swedish newspaper that no country had the right to violate his country's airspace, which Stockholm would defend by force if necessary. He said that further Swedish IKFN regulations, which relate to responses to violations of Swedish territory, his gov had the right to use weapons if necessary, with or without warning. It says here, even before it joined NATO, the Swedish Air Force has a history of readiness in the face of regional incursions, particularly over the Baltic Sea. Sweden possesses advanced Saab JAS 39 Gripen multi-role fighter jets, Meteor, beyond visual range, air-to-air missiles, and Ares T short-range missiles to counter any warning from the bear, according to military website Army Recognition. Again, I don't see like any peace stuff going on here, guys. It just, there's no ending to this biblical war. Johnson's comments follow accusation that the bear has tested the alliance's resilience with incursion into its airspace. Estonia said that the bear MiG-31 fighters enter its territory on September 19 for 12 minutes. Moscow denied the incursion and said its flight to Kaliningrad region was in international airspace. Poland said the Bear fighter jets also flew over the Polish Petro-Baltic drilling platform in the Baltic Sea on September the 19th, and Moscow was condemned for drones fired during its bombardment of Crane landing in Poland earlier in a month. Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk has said that Warsaw would destroy any hostile object entering its airspace, and its neighbor Lithuania said it would take similar measures, with Lithuanian Defense Minister saying on X that Turkey has set an example 10 years ago. This refers to the 2015 incident in which a Turkish Air Force F-16 shot down a Russian Su-24M bomber which had violated its airspace for 17 seconds in the first 12. A NATO member had downed a Russian warplane since the Korean War. The concerns are growing about Moscow actions in the wider region amid its full-scale invasion. Now it says here, you have the CEO of Hope for Ukraine, which helps frontline communities in a war-torn country, told the news that any NATO member should respond to an air incursion by Moscow in the same way as Turkey did a decade ago. There was no more Russian jets violating Turkish airspace after the 2015 incident. Swedish Defense Minister Paul Johnson to newspaper said no country has the right to violate Swedish airspace. Sweden has the right to defend its airspace by force if necessary and will defend its airspace. Once again, you have the Dovil, Lithuania's defense minister, posted on X on September 19. NATO border in the northeast is being tested for a reason. We need to mean business. P.S. Turkey set an example 10 years ago. Some food for thought. So what happens next? Well, it says here the comments by Sweden's defense minister highlights the warning posed by Russia and will likely increase anticipation over how the alliance might respond if Moscow is accused of another air incursion, either by drone or aircraft. So once again, we are definitely seeing some stuff here, guys. You have NATO nation ready to shoot down Russian planes. At the same time, Putin ally issues warning to the U.S. Commander administration on high risk of direct conflict. We are seeing it. We are living it. And we are witnessing Bible prophecy happening right in front of our faces. Alright, so give me a second here, guys. I want to see if there's any more information, updates towards this story here. If you can, leave a comment in the comments box. Hit that like. Thank you so much. Hit that subscribe and notification bell. I really appreciate it. All right, so it seems like this is all of it here. Yeah, so I'm just looking for more information, but it seems like this is all of it here, guys. But I'm gonna end it in this one. So we are definitely seeing nation against nation building up. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Once again, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thank you again for your support. Till next time later. Peace.